Hello and welcome back to BS Rugby, and this weekend we have a whole host of fixtures to look forward to in the Autumn Nations series, kicking off with Ireland hosting Japan. Here is my preview, my predictions of the game. As always, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below. It's free to do and helps grow the channel. Leave a like on this video and get your predictions and your thoughts ahead of this game in the comments down below. I'll be fascinated to hear your thoughts. Of course, as it is a huge game on Saturday, we will be doing a live watch along for this game. Coverage starts at 1:45 UK and Ireland time, and the game kicks off at 1 o'clock. So do join us for some great rugby chat and banter, and of course for live commentary of that one. Let's get straight into it then. Ireland against Japan. Well, they actually have quite recent history as they faced each other recently in the summer. This game finished 39 points to 31 in favour of Ireland. Ireland getting the win there with a rotated side, yes, but a really exciting game of rugby. Lots of free-flowing stuff, especially from the Japanese, and it was a great day to watch. Let's focus on the Japanese for a second. They come into this game. They've played 3 games over the last few months. First of all, they played against Australia and they lost that one by 32 points to 23, losing at home against the Aussies, against Quade Cooper. But you've got to say, they were in the game. They were competitive in the game against a resurgent Australian side. Most recently, of course, before that, they played against Ireland, which we've just passed on. And these two teams have really interesting history between them. Of course, back in 2019, the Rugby World Cup, sorry, Irish fans, for having to remind you of this. The Japanese claimed a famous victory, beating this team by 19 points to 12 at the 2019 Rugby World Cup, as they had an incredible performance. Ireland come into this game. They had a good start in the summer after they played Japan, of course, but they did have that game against the US cancelled, and so they may not come into this game fully firing, but their provinces have been doing very well in the URC. Both teams have been announced, so let's take a look at them now, starting with the Irish side. This is the team that Andy Farrell has decided to pick to go out against the Japanese. Starting with the fullback, it's Hugo Keenan with Andrew Conway and James Lowe on the wings. Gary Ringrose and Bundy Aki playing the centres, while Jonathan Sexton and Jameson Gibson Park are the halfback pairing. In the front row, we have Andrew Porter partnered with Ronan Kelleher and Tyg Furlong. Ty Byrne and James Ryan play in the locks, with a back row of Caelan Doris, Josh van der Fleer and Jack Conan, leaving a bench there of Dan Sheehan, Cian Healy, Finlay Beelum, Ian Henderson, Peter O'Mahony, Conor Murray, Joey Carberry and Keith Earls. It's worth mentioning, of course, the main man for this game, Johnny Sexton, will earn his 100th cap in this game after making his debut against Fiji all those years ago. Congratulations to him. But not only him, it is Tyg Furlong who will get his 50th cap in this game. So congratulations to both of them. Now, when they played against each other in the summer, you have to say they're very contrasting styles of play. Ireland looking to have that physical dominance in the game, really using their big ball carriers to get over the gain line, while Japan looking to pounce on every errors, mistakes or any loose ball. I think that'll be the game plan from the Irish once again, to dominate up front. In fact, if you want to hear a more in-depth preview of Ireland's autumn, make sure to watch the latest episode of the Breakdown podcast that I did with the guys from Overlap Rugby. There'll be a link down below. It's about an hour long, just chatting all things about Ireland ahead of this autumn. There'll be a link down below and in the I button. So do go check it out if you're interested in that. Let's have a look at the Japanese team. This is how they have lined up. I apologise if I butcher any names. Starting at fullback, then Matsushima, the Clermont winger slash fullback, is at fullback with Riley and Fifita on the wing. Nakamura and the very impressive Lafayette is in the centres. At 9, we have Nagare playing alongside Tamura. In the front row, then we have Inagaki, Sakate and Gu, with Cornelson and Moore playing in the locks. Then the back row looks like this: Gunter, Himeno and Labushange. On the bench, then we have Niwane, Miller, Valu, Tokunaga, Tatatafu, Saito, Matsuda and Yamanaka. So an interesting team from the Japanese. We know how they're going to play. We know how they're going to approach the game. And as I said, I think the really important thing for Ireland to get a good win in this game is to keep it tight, is to ensure that they control the flow of the game, they control the pace of the game. That's really important If it gets messy, if it gets open, the Japanese will just thrive off that. They will thrive off the ball bouncing everywhere. They want to throw the ball about. They want to be that, in a way, that Pacific nation style of play, maybe the All Blacks current style of play, where they want to counter-attack. They want to try different things, really. I think for Ireland, they've got to look to the set piece, to the scrum, to the line-out, to get that dominance, use the driving maul. Sexton will control things at 10, and he will look to dictate the play from there. I'm fascinated to see how much Ireland actually kick in this one, because if you kick to the likes of Matsushima, who's a heck of a great counter-attacking runner, it could be a really difficult afternoon for Ireland. But I'll be keen to hear what you think. Do let me know in the comments down below. How do I see this one going? It should be a win for Ireland. It certainly should be. And with the team that they've put out, it's a pretty strong side. I'm going to back Ireland to win this one by 15 points, although I do expect the Japanese to be competitive and to look to stretch that Irish defence. Don't forget, folks, as I said at the start, we'll be doing a watch-along for this one, going live at 1:45 UK and Ireland time with kickoff at 1 p.m. Do join me for that. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. And I'll see you soon here on BS Rugby. Peace.